Greeting folks, welcome back to the months of Wanderlust. I am in Ba Bè, lake in northern Vietnam, if you're following along. Again, I have no idea what date this is. I think I'm coming up to month 7 in Vietnam and month 14. Oh, sorry, 15 now in traveling. As you can see, I'm walking through a little road corridor. It's actually quite nice because the lake is over there. Well, actually, you can't see it because of the dense vegetation, but the lake's over here. It's Ba Bè Lake is the biggest lake in Vietnam, and the people living here, they're of the ethnic minority called the Tay. Well, correct pronunciation is Tay people, and they're like, if I remember correctly from what they told me, is that they're kind of like the descendant of the Siam people, right? The modern Thai people. And I think they might have came around, like they immigrated, like, hundreds of years ago, or even 1,000 years ago. They immigrated from modern day, like let's say modern day Cambodia, I think. Modern day Thailand, modern day Cambodia, immigrated to Vietnam, or somehow. I'm not too well educated on the matter. What the more important thing is, yeah, when I got here, the local Viet people have already taken all of the rich fertile ground to do farming, right? So all of the ethnic minorities, unfortunately, they had to go and live in the mountains, and that's why when you visit Vietnam, you only really see the ethnic minorities, the Tay people, the Hmong, living in the mountains, because all of the Viets were living more in the lowlands, closer to the rivers and everything, to do the farming. So they have to live up here, and mostly here they do the subsistence on a little bit of farming and a lot of fishing. And so most of the people living here in this lake, they're of the Tay people, and I guess they've been living here for a long while. And in the past, I guess they've been subsisting on just fishing and going into the jungle to harvest snails, and raising buffaloes and whatnot to sell. But now it seems like here, because this is where I'm at, is actually quite popular. It's getting quite popular with tourism. A lot of them are now getting into the tourism business, doing homestays, doing boat tours, which I think is nice, right? I mean, of course, there should be some sort of control to this to make it more sustainable. I mean, right now this is very early, not very early, but it's sort of early in the beginning of their tourism scene. So I asked them, and they're like, yeah, no Chinese tour groups, no Russians, no Koreans, right? These are the top 3 tourists coming to Vietnam in terms of definition of mass tourism. So here they mainly get Vietnamese people and other foreigners, Europeans, Americans, Canadians. Not a lot of anyone else though, actually. So, good for them. They've managed to find a way to make some money and to use their environment, and that way, they don't have to rely so much on fishing anymore. They don't have to rely on farming, and hopefully they'll keep this place a little bit more pristine than some of the other locations in Vietnam, like Sapa and whatnot. In terms of infrastructure, I mean, honestly, the internet is fast enough. Well, it's fast enough to do maybe not video calls, but the audio calls. The food is generally provided by your homestay. It's usually about 80K to 100K to eat with the family and everything, which is nice. Of course, if you don't speak the local language, if you don't speak their language or Vietnamese, it might be a little bit difficult. Oh, the reason why I say that they're closely related to the Thai people is because their language, the Thai language, is practically almost the same as modern Thai. Of course, because, for example, their language is closer to American English, and then modern Thai is closer to the British Thai, as in the local language, the Thai or the English, has evolved since the breakup, and then this new language took the majority of the base, and maybe I think they inserted some Vietnamese words into it, obvious reasons. But a Thai guy told me that he can practically understand the Thai language when he visited Thailand before. Anyways, yeah, look, there's the lake behind me. I'm doing a little nice walk around. I wanted to do the boat tour today, but I figured maybe it's nicer when it's actually raining. I don't know, a little bit more mysterious, a little bit more romantic-ish by myself. But anyways, it's quite nice. It's actually there's a very rustic, again, nice, authentic, similar to the Hayang Loop, if you've done it, feel to it, right? Not many, like I said, not many Vietnamese people here, mainly the local ethnic group, and they're all very nice. Unfortunately, English is not their forte, so a lot of them don't speak English that well at all, if any. Although the mom in my place said that from all the foreigners staying with her, she's learned the English to just like different ingredients like chicken, rice, and noodles. So that's kind of cute. So yeah, unless you can stay with one at a place that can speak English very well, you're not gonna really have much of a cultural interaction. Mainly because you can't talk to them and they can't talk to you, right? So if that's the case, come here more for the nature, the rustic feeling, and the really nice, like a quiet and peaceful. Like you can totally write a book while you're here, which I intend to do. So that is it. Enough talking. My arm is tired, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the view.